I think the topmost belief to really succeed at sales is if you love the other person. If you say, how can I help the other person in the best possible way? How can I help them? How can I really add meaning, add some value to their life? Automatically you'll start succeeding. Don't use the word salesperson. Because if you use the word salesperson, people have a negative connotation. They think of somebody who's a pushy person who will call you, force something down your throat. Instead, look at somebody who's providing value. So
Hello and welcome to my channel Talk with Taiba. Today I have somebody really special. He is the author of the book Succeed the Happionaire Way. He is also a coach, a business strategist and a public speaker. Guys, please help me welcome our dynamic guest for today's interview. He is Yogesh Chabria. Over to you, Yogesh.
Thank you for the sweet and kind introduction, Taiba. I'm looking forward to our conversation today.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I would like it to be more like a candid chit chat. So I was hearing your TED talk just before the interview, and I am writing a book on passionpreneurship, which is basically building an entrepreneurship venture and endeavor based on your passion. And this interview would be written for my chapter that's based on sales, because you have been in sales since you were 5 years old. So I am so curious to know all your, valuable sales secret that you would like to share with our audiences. So the first question that I have for you is, what are some of the key beliefs that a top salesman should have? I mean, what are the beliefs that makes one a top salesman?
So I would like to say anybody, whether you're a man, woman, salesperson, anybody can be a salesperson. No, you don't have to be a man only. Anybody, a boy, salesperson, anybody. I think the topmost belief to really succeed at sales is if you love the other person. If you were to think from the other person's point of view. So the problem is most people think, okay, if I sell, how much money will I make? How much commission will I make? How much profit will I make? And if you think that way, you will not be able to succeed at sales. If you think the other way, if you say, how can I help the other person in the best possible way? How can I help them? How can I really add meaning, add some value to their life? Automatically you'll start succeeding because the other person will start trusting you. And once they start trusting you, they look at you as somebody who provides a service. So many times I tell, if you're selling, don't use the word salesperson. Because if you use the word salesperson, people have a negative connotation. They think of somebody who's a pushy person who will call you, force something down your throat. Instead, look at somebody who's providing value. So if you look at it, everybody, whether you look at Amazon, whether you look at a restaurant, whether you look at an author, if you look at my book, it says #1 best-selling author, So everything is sales according to me, but that's what, and for me, sales is something very powerful. Sales for me stands for smile and love everyone sincerely. If you, the acronym of sales for me, if you really, if I look at you as my sister or my mother or my brother or my father, how will I approach you? Because that creates a long-term, and you have no fear. If I'm speaking to my sister or my brother or my friend, I have no fear because I'm honest. And if I'm honest, I will not feel nervous. I will not feel hesitant. I will pick up the phone, call anybody. So think how you can help the other person. Don't think from your point of view. Think from their point of view. Okay, if this transaction happens or if this happens, what can I add to their life? And if you start thinking that way, whether you're selling digital marketing, whether you're selling HR, whether you're applying for a job, if you think, okay, if I can give 100 times the value, if I can make more for the company,
so seeing selling as serving. Seeing selling as serving.
Sell, it's a service. If you help somebody, automatically you will start making money. But the problem is people are like, oh, I want to make so much money. But to make money, you have to give value. You have to be productive. So the amount of money you make is just equal to the amount of money is a piece of paper. You make value when you create value in somebody's life. Anything, even if you're doing a job, you're an engineer. Anything, you're adding value. Let us say you are at TCS right now. You're doing something of value for them. Similarly, TCS is doing something of value for their customers. So that is how it is.
That's beautiful. a lot of times people have negative connotations related to sales. They think selling is the most greediest thing in the world, whereas through selling, it is through selling that people are served better. They are, tatas became tatas because of selling. Birlas became birlas because of selling. Had it not been for selling, they would not be there where they are right now.
Absolutely, it's the same. And sales is one of the biggest service you can do. So if you're selling, you're serving the inventor, you're serving. So today morning, let us say for breakfast, you had
Yeah,
some tea,
yeah,
or you had a toast, or you had anything. I don't know what you had, whatever you
yeah,
had.
yeah,
So I had, for that tea to come, the sales process, somebody had to buy tea leaves,
yeah,
somebody had to process those tea leaves, somebody had to package it, and
yeah,
every chain there's sales involved. For the milk to come to my house,
yeah,
I don't have a cow. I don't have hay. But
yeah,
somebody had to buy the milk. Somebody had to sell the milk. Somebody had to sell the services of transportation. So in every stage, if you look at your life, like I'm using a Mac.
yeah,
There's sales involved in every single thing. And if you start looking at it that way, it's the most beautiful thing.
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Setting the right set of beliefs helps a person sell better and sell their best. Now, my next question is interesting. There are four types of customers that we meet when we are selling. One is the dominant style. They are straight to the business. They don't want to hear your personal opinions, what you like, what you don't like. Then there are the second kind of people who are influenced. I mean, they're optimistic, cheerful. They get excited when you share your personal things. Then there are some steady kind of people. They're tactful, they're patient, they will hear you, but you can't be pushy with them. And then the last kind of people are conscientious. They are those people, who will, again, they are asking a lot of questions. uh, they will, tire you with your questions. So like these are the four types of customers that a salesperson will meet, or a person who's selling will meet on his day to day basis. So what are your tips to dealing with these four different personality types?
So I did not know there are four types. Thank you for educating. I look at it in a very different way.
Okay.
I look at it as if I'm interacting with a human being.
Yeah.
I look at everybody as an individual, because I believe, yes, you might have broad categories, but even in those categories,
Yeah.
there might be type A, but he will have a quality of type B or C. I don't believe we are black and white.
Yeah.
Somebody might say Yogesh is a good person. Somebody might also say Yogesh is not a good person.
Yeah.
Same with you. You
Yeah.
might be good to somebody. So I feel if you look at each person who you are targeting, if you are in a one-on-one sales setting, assuming
Yeah.
we are talking about
Yeah.
one-on-one, now you have many things. You have one to many, you have many types of sales. But let us say you're looking at a one-on-one sales setting. If you look and connect with them as an individual,
Yeah.
so let us say you have a friend,
Yeah.
you're meeting a friend for coffee. In
Yeah.
your mind, do you distinguish which category she or he is?
Yeah.
You don't distinguish, you look at them as an individual. So instead of that, connect on a heart to heart level. So connect with them on a heart to heart. If somebody is tough, you connect to them, understand them, and one of the tips I like to use is never have a conflict.
Yeah.
Because if you have a conflict, you cannot sell. So if
Yeah. Yeah.
somebody tells you, for example, uh, let's say let's say you are selling insurance, or you're
Yeah.
selling real estate. Somebody
Yeah.
tells you, you offer somebody, you say, somebody tells you, everybody selling insurance is dishonest.
Yeah.
Let us say you are selling insurance, and they say everybody selling insurance is dishonest, or
Yeah.
everybody selling real estate is dishonest.
Yeah.
If you argue with him, you block him out. You say, you know what,
Yeah.
sir, uh, I kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
People in our industry tend to be dishonest.
Yeah.
Or you say, I kind of agree with you. It is likely that most people you have interacted with are dishonest.
Yeah.
So you say, I kind of, I agree with you. Most people you might have interacted with
First, you
are is
ameliorate the person.
yes. So first, so now when you remove that conflict, that person is open to listening to you, and then you say, you know what? However, that's the beauty. So while 99% might be dishonest, my USP is we are honest, and that's why we have been in this business for the past 10 years. And here are some of the list of clients who love what we do. Would you like to speak to them? So immediately you flip it, and you know what you say. In a way, you will be surprised to know that's a good thing. Most people in our industry are dishonest. So you take them by shock. You say, because they are dishonest, we have an edge. Because we
Okay.
deliver, we are honest.
Yeah.
So whatever is there combative, you take it and you twist it around
Okay.
in your favor. So that's a strategy you can use. So anytime somebody tells you, that, let's say somebody tells me, Yogesh, there is no way you can convince me to buy.
Yeah.
I say, you know what, you're right. There is absolutely no way I can convince you to buy, because you are an intelligent person, you are an intelligent woman, you are an intelligent man, and you
Yeah.
know the right decision to.
Wow.
But let me ask you a question. If what I'm saying is even 10% true, does it make sense for you to just test it out? Does it make sense for you to have a look at it? So, and then based on what you see, you make your own call. I in no way can influence you. I in no way can pressurize you to buy or not buy this. So by using these strategies, you put them in a situation where you respect them.
Wow.
And if you respect somebody, if you love somebody, they will automatically, be attracted to you. They'll automatically listen to you and trust you. So my
Yeah.
thing is, you have to be honest. If you're selling, don't be dishonest. Don't try to sell something that you don't believe in.
Yeah. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Instead of categorizing people, you proactively, even if they're objecting towards something, you listen to them, you empathize with them, and you put yourself in that person's shoes. That gives you a better idea that what are they actually expecting.
So, for example, you can, once with experience, you can also think. So somebody might tell you, that's expensive. It's a
Yeah.
common objection.
Yeah.
So yes, you know what? I kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
I kind of, so they take, you say, I kind of agree with you. It does look expensive. In fact, most of our best clients today, before they acted, they found our products expensive. They found our service expensive.
Yeah.
But let me tell you one thing. If you invest this amount and in return, this is what it can do for you. You can make 10 times more. You can make 100 times more. You can save time. You can become
Yeah.
more productive. Our software can reduce the effort. Now, instead of
Yeah.
hiring 10 people, you can use our software. Don't you think it would be worth it? Can I show it to you? Now, by doing that, so you anticipate whatever they are objecting. So before
Okay.
they objected, you anticipate it. Many times people are afraid of objections. So I will
Yeah.
tell, I will anticipate it. So, you tell something like that. In fact, many of our satisfied customers today thought this was expensive before they made the purchase.
Wow.
So you flip it in their mind.
That's beautiful. You are proactive in seeking objections, and you instead of being reactive, you ameliorate the client first. You agree with them and you put them on a calmer plane first, and then you
Because
pitch
see, if
them.
they're fighting, if I and
Yeah.
you are fighting,
Yeah.
I listen to you, you can't listen to me.
Yeah.
So you say, I agree with you. Your I can understand where you are coming from. So
Yeah.
even if I don't agree with it, I say I agree with what you are saying and I understand where you are coming from.
Yeah.
So I'm
Beautiful.
not agreeing that everybody in insurance is
Yeah.
dishonest.
Yeah.
I'm saying I agree where you're coming from. It's like I understand your point of view.
That's beautiful.
So, so that language pattern you can, and you're not lying, you're being honest, because I understand where you're coming from. It is likely somebody might have cheated you in the past, but we are
Yeah.
different.
That's beautiful. Now, my next question is, how do we, get the right set of clients? Because every person wouldn't be the right candidate. How do we, decide the right fit?
Absolutely. So I believe, I always tell not everybody is my client, and that's how it is, right?
Yeah.
Because you have 7 billion people on the planet. You can't
Yeah.
serve 7 billion people. You need to select. So there are three things you need to keep. I call it the WMD.
Okay.
What is the WMD? I'll tell you. So the first is they have to have a deep want for your product or service. They
Okay.
have to have a deep desire for product or service, because if they don't have a deep want or desire for whatever you're providing, so let's say you're
Yeah.
providing digital marketing services. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take your digital marketing services and pitch it to the passport office.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
passport office doesn't need digital market. TCS handles the passport office in
Yeah.
Mumbai.
Yeah.
It is a monopoly business, right?
Yeah.
So they don't need to advertise, come get your passport.
Yeah.
So digital marketing will not give that much value to them. But
Yeah.
instead, if they approach somebody, who
Yeah.
arranges for visa, who
Yeah.
arranges for student education, who is
Yeah.
selling something. Now that entrepreneur is hungry.
Yeah.
It is like if you have a play school,
Yeah.
you will advertise play school only to people who have children.
Yeah.
If somebody doesn't have children, no matter how good your play school is,
Yeah.
the first thing is they should have a want. If you're selling water, it's
Yeah.
easier to sell water to people at the end of a marathon when they are
Yeah.
thirsty.
Yeah.
So the
Exactly.
first is you figure out what problem are you solving, what value you're giving,
Hmm.
and who will benefit the most from this value.
Yeah.
So if you are writing a book, if you are a speaker, if you are a coach, who will benefit most from your product or service? If you are an affiliate marketer, if you're
Yeah.
so so if you're selling Mercedes Benz, who will you approach? That is the want. But the
Yeah.
second thing is M. M stands for money. Let us
Yeah.
say they have a want. Let us
Yeah.
say you're selling Mercedes Benz. The
Yeah.
person has a want, but they have no money.
Yeah.
What is the you are wasting your time, you are wasting their time.
Other person's time. Yeah.
So they should have the money. So
Yeah.
TCS is there. If the client doesn't have money, even if they have a want, what
Yeah.
is the use? Why
Yeah.
should you waste?
Yeah.
So I like to be realistic, and realistically, if they don't have money, you cannot serve them. They cannot serve you.
Yeah.
So you rather tell them, go and make the money and then come and meet us.
Yeah.
Because if they don't have the money, you're wasting time.
Yeah.
And let us say they have the want,
Yeah.
they have the money,
Yeah.
but they are not decision makers. So D stands for decision makers.
Decision.
They have to be decision makers. So if you are approaching somebody in a company, they have to be decision makers. If you are approaching somebody in a house, you have to figure out, is it the wife, is it the husband, is it the
Husband.
kids?
Yeah.
Decision makers.
Mm.
Whoever, or the wife or the kids. So if you're selling for kids, usually if it's a small kid, the decision maker might be the parent.
Yeah.
So you have to WMD. So first figure out, do they have a want?
Yeah.
Do they have the money? And are they decision makers? So once you
Beautiful.
figure out these three things, find out where these people are. So let's say, find out, okay, so where do they spend maximum number of time? Whether physical, whether online, these are just tools. So where would these people be spending the maximum number of time? So let's say you are opening a new play school for children.
Yeah.
Where would the mothers of these children be the most? 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds. Where would the mothers be? If you figure that out, ask
Yeah.
yourself, where would my potential customers be spending the most amount of time? It
Yeah.
could be Facebook groups, it could be parks, it could be WhatsApp groups, it could be Instagram. Let your message go out there. So you could
Yeah.
put out targeted advertising, you could tie up with people, you could give interviews. There are hundreds of ways you can reach them.
Yeah. And now
You
with
could you could
digital advertisements, it's
it's
even more easier.
It's easier, right? I can exactly target mothers who live in a 1 kilometer area of where my or 5 kilometer domain of where my play school is. Target mothers who are using, who have visited so and so brand, so I know they have the type of money. Show them the ad,
Yeah.
give them something of value. Free workshop for children of 3.
Yeah.
Free 1 hour workshop for children of 3.
Free.
Visit our play school. Learn good eating habits. So if you're
Yeah.
a play school sponsor, learn good eating habits. So you attract them by giving value. Like when you go fishing,
Yeah. Obviously.
you put out bait.
Yeah. Exactly.
And so when you put out bait, the fish you want comes to you. So you put
Yeah.
out something which will attract the
Valuable.
person.
Yeah.
Valuable.
That's
That's
amazing.
what you. And today you can use. Digital. You see what everybody is doing. Like videos, books. It's become so easy if you know how
Yeah.
it is.
Ebooks.
Easy, back in the day when I was doing, I had to struggle. I had to go in the hot sun, knock doors, face rejection. People would abuse me. Today is super easy. With
Yeah.
all the tools we have, it's become so easy.
So we need to leverage those tools in a smart way.
And start with one. People get
Yeah.
overwhelmed. Arey, itne sare.
Hmm.
Yeah, don't start with one. Just start with one. Select one tool and just focus on it. Master
Yeah.
it and then do the next.
That's beautiful. I really liked your three-step paradigm. First, you of all decide the want, then do they have the money, and then are they the authority in that particular field, or do they have the decision-making power or not? That's beautiful.
It's the WMD triangle. All three have to be there. All
Yeah,
three have to be for you to have a deal.
that's beautiful. Now, my next question is like sales is also about negotiation. We have covered it a bit, but still, I would like to know from you what are your top 2 or 3 tips for negotiation, like negotiation.
See, negotiation is in fact inbuilt in us. Every human being is a negotiator. I'll tell you, if you look at a child,
Yeah,
a small baby,
yeah,
right from birth, they cry for milk.
yeah,
For food, they cry for food. And as a child grows, you see they have inbuilt negotiation skills. So if you remember a child, if you wake them up early in the morning for school, what will they say? Mummy, 5 minutes or
yeah,
Mummy, I want to sleep 5 minutes.
yeah,
That is negotiation. And they will use all techniques. Sometimes they will cry, sometimes they will use emotion. So
yeah,
negotiation is a human quality.
yeah,
It is within us. So to negotiate, it is give and take. So you
yeah,
let go little, you take little. And negotiation, if you want to learn negotiation, the best place to learn negotiation is go to any bazaar. I have
yeah,
learned negotiation. When I was a small boy, I would go to the local market.
yeah.
Just go to the local market, to your sabzi wala. You will learn real negotiation there.
Wow.
Women will come, men will come. That is
Yeah,
where you will learn real negotiation. And any great negotiator you see is actually they grew up in the local bazaars. Because there is
yeah,
psychology, you will understand it is subconscious. It is
yeah,
like walking. If I ask you, how did you learn to cycle? Explain to
yeah,
me in words.
yeah,
You have to go to cycle. So to negotiate, two things. One is go to the bazaar and start approaching more people. The more you
yeah.
sell, the more you pick up the phone and call. So put yourself in the surroundings.
Wow.
And you will automatically, because you know to negotiate, so you put yourself in the surroundings. And one way to negotiate, one very powerful way to negotiate is let the other person know they are getting the best deal. So let them know they are getting the greatest deal.
Wow.
Even Amazon uses it.
Yeah,
What does Amazon say? That this is the best deal. If you get it cheaper anywhere else, we will refund your money.
yeah,
So, and it is not always about money. It could be quality. It could be other factors. So you see what
yeah,
factor is superior. So sometimes if your price is higher, you say, yes, my price is higher. So let's say you are selling something. Let us say this happened with us. Somebody was selling wallpaper.
okay,
One of our clients, he went through one of our programs. He asked us this. He said, I sell wallpaper. Uh, Many times people say, that your quality is better, but somebody else is giving it cheaper. So I say, you reply to that person that, sir, it seems you don't love your wife.
okay.
So that person will be shocked, if you tell.
Yeah,
So he says, what do you mean? I said, you don't love your wife because not only you love your wife, you don't even like money. You don't value money. So
yeah,
he says, what do you mean? He says, you don't love your wife because if you put that bad quality wallpaper, again after 2 months it will come out. Again you have to give trouble to your wife, to your family. Again you have to call people to stick it. So you are
yeah,
harassing your wife. And second, you don't love money. You don't love money because again after 2 months you have to spend. So by
yeah,
paying 15% or 10% more, you have to spend once. We are giving 5-year warranty. But then every 2 years you have to spend. So you don't love money, you don't value money, and you don't
yeah,
love your wife. So basically, his concern was money. You have flipped it around
yeah.
because now you are saying by buying that you are spending more money.
More
So
money.
negotiation is understanding that person. So if you understand that person values money, wants to save money, you flip it. You say, if you
Yeah.
buy this product, you have to invest once for 5 years. But if you
Wow.
buy that wallpaper, every 2 months you have to invest. So into
Yeah.
five, that you are actually investing 20 times more than that. So are you willing to invest or pay 10% more, and get something of good quality? And you
Wow.
you link to emotions. So basically, when you link it to emotions, when you tell somebody you don't love your wife,
Yeah.
you are, and in a playful way, in a
Yeah.
respectful way,
Yeah.
sir,
Exactly.
sir, it seems, you say, sir, it seems, or you tell ma'am, it seems you don't love your husband, or ma'am,
Yeah.
it seems you don't love your kids. So
Yeah.
any lady will not like that, or any man will not like
Yeah.
that.
True. True. That's amazing. Now my next question is how to learn the art of closing deals.
Actually, closing deals is in fact the easiest part. A lot of times people focus on the closing, but
Yeah.
if you are experienced in sales, closing is actually the easiest part. If you do all the other steps right, so if
Okay.
you are able to, convince the person that what you're doing is right, they trust you. Uh, Closing is actually the easy part. For example, I'll give you an example, very easy. Which phone are you using, for example, right now?
Oppo A3s.
You are using Oppo A3.
3s.
Now, I can guarantee you, based on my experience, that closing was the easiest part for Oppo. So you bought it either online or went to the shop.
I went
Correct?
to the
Did you
shop.
go online or
I
you
went
went
to
to
a nearby
when you
shop.
went when
Yeah.
you went to nearby shop, 99% you had made up your mind that you are going to buy this phone.
The shopkeeper showed so many features that I was so impressed at that point of time that I have to buy this one only.
You have to buy this one. Now, closing is what? Asking for the order.
Yeah.
Correct? Closing is asking for the order. But what did the shopkeeper do before? Few things. And Oppo had something. So you might have seen an ad of Oppo.
Yeah.
You might have seen a review online.
Yeah.
You might have seen some ratings online.
Mm.
So all the things that happen before lead to closing. So most of the products, if you see that people buy, they
Mm.
would have read the review. So all the things that happen. So the shopkeeper showed you the things. So if you follow these things, so if you care about your customer, right in the first 10 seconds, if they trust you,
Yeah.
you show them the value, the closing happens automatically. So keep all those things in mind, addressing their wants, addressing their needs, because closing is just asking for the order.
Yeah.
Of course, you can use tactics, you can use scarcity, you can use urgency. All those are techniques, but
Yeah.
closing is like the easiest part if you follow this
Yeah.
method.
So methodology is the key to closing deals.
Absolutely.
The right
Absolutely.
method.
Absolutely. I mean,
Now,
we shared this. You have been through some of our online programs on sales.
yeah, yeah,
We share it in detail. We have an in-depth program called Sales Mastery Systems
yeah.
that goes on for a year. It's like 1 month. You have access
Wow.
for a year. So we go into it, but the main thing is, if you do the first few steps,
Yeah.
the last step kind of automatically happens.
Okay. It's all about the process rather than
It's about the
focusing on one
absolute.
thing.
Let's say if somebody wants to lose weight,
Yeah.
if you the process, if every day you walk for 40 minutes and eat healthy,
Yeah.
eventually it will happen.
Yeah.
Every day you exercise for 40, just take a 40-minute walk, change your diet. Automatically you will become healthy.
True. True. Beautiful. Now like to ask from you that having been there, we are stuck in COVID for some time now, and that uh, physical meeting or selling of products is not happening anymore. It's all online. What are your top three things that you would like to share for selling online or digital selling?
So the first thing is I would like to not use the word stuck. I think it's a beautiful opportunity.
Yeah.
Because it is our mindset. If we look at
Yeah.
it stuck, we are stuck. But I
Yeah.
will tell you, history will tell us this was one of the best things that happened to us.
Yeah.
Why? First is today the field has been leveled. So you could be anywhere in the world and you can sell.
Yeah.
Earlier, you could be physically present. If you want to sell, let us say, high-end property for 5 crores, 10 crores, you had to be in Bombay or Delhi. But
Yeah.
today, you could be anywhere.
Yeah.
So online has made the field level. It is a
Yeah.
level playing field.
Yeah.
Now, you are right. Everything has moved online. Meetings have
Yeah.
moved online. Everything has moved online. And if you look at it, it is one of the best things because now it is easier and faster to do business.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a couple of things you could use with digital.
Yeah.
So the first thing digital you could use um, is you could start creating a product or service that gives value.
Yeah.
So, for example, what you could do, like you rightly said, ebook.
Yeah.
Let us say, let us say you are in insurance, you are in real estate, you are in digital marketing. Make an ebook which addresses the pain point of your customers.
Yeah.
So think about what pain point they'll have. So let us say you are in real estate. Make an
Yeah.
ebook. Let us say you are selling real estate in a particular location.
Yeah.
Let us say you are selling real estate in Noida
Yeah.
or in Bengal or in Calcutta or anywhere.
Yeah.
Make an ebook. 7 things you need to do to get real estate at a 30% discount in Noida or in your area
Wow.
and put it out online. Now,
Yeah.
once you put it out online, people who are interested will
Yeah.
start downloading and make it small,
Engagement.
like
Yeah.
engagement. So you start one at the end of it, say if you are looking to purchase or invest in property in Noida, contact so and so. Put your email, put your thing.
Yeah.
So, or you say, if you are looking for the best deals,
Yeah.
Or if you want to purchase a 2 BHK in the price of a 1 BHK,
No.
you know,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Lucrative.
make it, if you are selling residential, you know,
Yeah.
3 secrets to buy 2 BHK in the price of 1 BHK.
Okay. Yeah.
So now it is very, if you're looking to invest in a house,
Yeah.
but
It's a
you know,
lucrative deal.
get it free
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So they will, so you will get the data. So
Yeah.
then now Taiba will say, you know, Taiba will contact the real estate agent. Thank you very much. You say, if you want customized such properties, contact me. Now you will call him. He will show you. So the thing with online, as I told you, you have to put out bait, like in fishing.
Yeah.
And with
Yeah.
online, you don't have a fishing rod. You can put a net.
Yeah.
You can put a
Exactly.
net out, and
Yeah.
the net will keep, and that will start catching fish. So you can start using digital marketing. We do it all the time, you know. So you will
Yeah.
see an ad.
Yeah.
You know, you'll see an ad addressing that particular pain point. So whatever it is, you know, if you're in fitness, you put out an ad, you know, the 7-step diet to lose weight, the
Yeah.
7-step diet to be healthy.
Yeah.
So you put, and the person's, and you can also monetize these. You can
Yeah.
also start making money out of these, you know. So while uh, your time is not linked to your thing. So if you
Yeah.
put out a nice ebook or program, even if you're on a holiday, even if you're doing anything, that thing is working for you.
Yeah. That's
So
the
let us say
beauty.
this.
Yeah.
So this is a book, you know, it's a physical book.
Yeah.
Once I write it, it starts working for me, right? No matter
Yeah.
what I do. Every time you buy it, I make a royalty.
Yeah.
Now you can do the same with online. That's what we do, like with online programs, you know. You make it, you put it out, let it give value, and it comes out.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And by the time you have, sold all these things, you can focus on the things that are coming ahead.
Correct. Correct. And the person now who contacts you already knows you. So when they call you, let's say you're in real estate, right? They already know you. They have read this. You know, you have shared some case studies. This is what we did for one of our clients. Now they are
Yeah.
happy. You know, we bought them a two BHK today. Look at the photo of their family,
Yeah.
testimony. They'll be like, yes, you know, we purchased a property. This person helped us. He helped us with the paperwork. It was very smooth. So understand what are the problems your clients have and your business, you know it, and make a nice ebook. You know, so when they call you, they already, like when somebody
You have
calls
already built a
TCS,
rapport with the client.
already before they even meet you. So if you see, all brands do that.
Yeah.
Whether you take TCS or Benz, people already know who is TCS. People already know who is Benz before they interact. Before you go on the phone, they already know. Similarly with us, you know, with happionaire, they already know. They have Googled us, they have read our reviews, they have seen our
Yeah.
product. So when we go or our team goes on the call, we don't have to start from scratch.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
So,
One thing that struck me upon when I met you for the first time also was your humility. The way you interacted with your audience, you had so much of empathy for everybody, and there was a certain aura of what do you say, giving and generosity when I met you for the first time also, and that just left a very deep impression on my mind. So tell us how you balance your personal life so well, and interactions with the people, your social life and everything, and then your business world, because you're doing some big businesses, you're consulting some top notch clients and brands, you're doing business consulting, doing coaching. So yeah, how do you balance?
so the secret is, if you are humble, your work gets done very easily. You know, there's a
Beautiful.
saying in Persian, uh, you know, which says, a tree which gives fruit always bends.
Wow.
A fruit giving tree will always bend.
Yeah.
Because if you're humble, you will learn more. You know, you will be able to, you will be open to new ideas. We are also constantly learning, we are growing. And also, if you're humble, business becomes easy.
Yeah.
If I want to sell to you or anybody, if you are humble, you can connect better. So humility is one of the biggest gifts you can have to succeed in business. So if
Wow.
you really want to reach heights, you have to be humble. And at the end of the day, you know, we are all human beings.
Yeah.
We are made of the same elements.
Yeah.
We are made of the same atoms. You know, I believe we are all connected. So we have been all created, and all of us need each other, right? So
Yeah.
even we all need, none of, I cannot say I'm the only person. We need everybody. You know, we have to work together, we have to live together, We need trees, so every tree, even if I take a banana, has the banana tree ever come and boasted to you, oh, I have given you a banana? No, it just gives, or the sun rises. Have you ever heard the sun come and boast to you, oh, Taiba, I'm giving you so much light? So if you are humble, you become open, you feel happy. And as I told you, if you want to succeed in life, just give more than everybody else. That's what people don't understand. If you really want to move ahead, start giving. Because if what is the worst that will happen if you give? To 100 people, if you give, 99 might not come back. But even if that one comes back, you grow your influence, you grow your impact, and you are happy, By not being humble, you are always stuck up, you feel deep inside, you feel anxiety, you feel anger. You have to keep up with image, If suddenly you create a false image, you have to keep up with it, you have to try hard, So with me, there's nothing. I'll go to the park in my shorts, I'll walk bare feet on the beach. So you're free,
Yeah, that's beautiful. It brings simplicity to life.
It brings simplicity. You can interact with people, you can learn. Everybody teaches you something,
Yeah.
You can learn from it. I remember when I was 16 years old, I was going in the auto.
Yeah.
I was just chatting to him. I said, "आप क्या करते हो?" He said, "मैं ऑटो चलाता हूँ." I said, "और कैसे चल रहा है? और कुछ कर रहे हो आप?" So he tells me, "Yes, I have bought 2 properties in Mira Road." Mira Road was that in the suburbs of Bombay outskirts.
Okay.
I said, "Okay, how did you buy it?" He says, "What I did was I bought these properties and I gave it on rent.
Okay.
And I took a loan from the bank, and the rent equals the loan amount."
Okay.
I said, "तो आप तो कुछ नहीं बना रहे हो, you are making nothing."
Yeah.
He said, "No, after 10 years, this property becomes mine because the rent equals to the loan. And after 10 years, I will make money out of it. So even if I don't drive this auto, I have 2 properties that give me rent." I said, "Oh, that is very good." And he taught me about rental yield assets, which even your economics teacher in college did not teach me. So that means if you have an asset, even if you are not working, it gives you rent. So he was a teacher to me. So I said, "No, this is something I should do." And I learned from him and I did it. So these are simple things which anybody can teach you. Everybody can teach you something. And some people can also teach you how not to be. If I meet somebody, who's very arrogant, air in the head, I say, this is how you should not be. And most of the times, if you see the history of people, who are arrogant have a downfall. They always have a downfall, eventually they have a downfall. So, and anyway, we are here for a short time, all of us are here maximum 90 years, 100 years. In the vast universe, we are a speck. We are not even a speck,
True.
Just connect with everybody and live your life, happily. Be of service if you can. If you can't, don't harm anybody, Basic principles.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Now I would like last question, and I would like to ask you 1 or 2 big ideas from your book that are very, very close to your heart. I have gone through the entire book, but I would like to hear from you which are the 1 or 2 top ideas that are very close to your heart.
See, one of the most powerful ideas that's very close to my heart from all my, is have no fear.
Yeah.
We have fear. Fear is there, it is genetic in us, fear is there. Fear was there to protect us. If there's a lion and we had no fear, we would go in front of it, the lion would eat us up. But today there's no lion. That lion is imaginary. That tiger is imaginary. So overcome your fear. The fear that is holding you back, that is telling you, you can't do it. The fear that, you will fail. Just overcome that fear. And once you, I know it is not comfortable. I know it is not comfortable to take that first step. But once you get out of that comfort zone, we all have fears, but we just have to push ourselves little more. And once you overcome that fear and you do what you want to do, your life will change. So whatever it is, whether you want to sell, whether you are going in an elevator, and there's a beautiful guy or a beautiful girl who you think is interesting, just saying hi, the fear of speaking, or if you think there's some, approaching somebody, anything, for an opportunity, for a job, overcome that fear. And once you overcome that fear, your life changes. And realizing, that humanity is good. Most of humanity is good. We are all the same. In spite of all the challenges, in spite of all the things, if today a small child falls on the ground, you are walking, a small baby falls, everybody will rush to help that baby. No matter who you are, because that is within you. Even if you are the most worst person, somewhere in your heart you will feel, nahi yaar, ye bachcha gir gaya, I'll go.
Yeah, exactly.
If you look at that, humanity is largely good. Of course, there are 1% bad people.
Yeah,
Sometimes we keep meeting those 1% more often,
yeah,
but 99% are good. That's the thing, And have a goal. Have a goal in life. Have a mission.
yeah,
Why are you here? I
yeah,
believe there is a higher purpose. I believe there is a reason you are here. There is something you have to do. Realize that higher purpose. Go for it. No matter whichever voice tells you can't do it. Even if 1% there's a voice within you which says no, do it. Listen to that voice.
beautiful. That was that was a beautiful explanation of the core ideas of your book. I have gone through the book and it is very much complete. Gone through the
Yes,
whole book and
no,
it teaches the whole goal setting paradigm and everything, how to have that conviction, those beliefs, how to form goals, how to execute goals, take action, overcome fear, and everything is there. It's a beautiful, beautiful book that I will recommend everybody to pick up and read if you want to have find the true purpose of your life. Beautiful book. Any last things that you would like to say, Yogesh, to our audience?
just be happy, be grateful for what you have. Yeah, just be grateful, just many times people look at goals and they don't enjoy the moment. uh, be grateful for what you have. You have a lot, the fact that you can watch this, that means you have electricity, you
Yeah,
have probably a mobile phone or a computer, you have internet, you can understand English, you have eyes, you can understand, you have a mind, you have ears. So just be grateful for the smallest things. If you have drinking water to drink, you are lucky. Thank whoever. If you believe in a divine force, thank. If you don't believe, be grateful. Because if you are grateful, it will help you succeed. So no matter
beautiful.
how challenging your situation is today,
Yeah,
thank whatever you believe in, whoever you
yeah,
believe in, even if you don't believe in,
yeah,
be grateful. Be
yeah.
grateful and look at what you want to do and make the most of the moment now, because you have today's moment.
That's so
So
true.
make the most of it. So be grateful and have a goal. Many times people have a goal and they say we'll be happy when we achieve that. No, now you can be happy
Yeah, that's so beautiful. I
and
feel
have
that.
a large heart. Have a
Yeah,
large heart. Don't even if you have one piece of bread, share half with a friend. You know that's how you will grow. So when we were young, we didn't have money. I mean,
yeah,
my grandparents are refugees. When they came here, they had nothing.
yeah,
They used to live in camp. There were snakes, there were rats, uh, but they just worked. And they told us, they taught us that if you work hard, if you work honestly, if you sell, I mean, they came out of from zero. They were able because they started selling. So
yeah.
even when they would go to college, people would make fun of them because other kids would not sell. So they would come in the train, they would carry books, and on the side they would sell something to cover
Wow,
their cost.
wow.
If you look at it that way and share, so if I have
Yeah,
one piece of bread, if I share it with a friend, you make a new friend, you spend some time, and together you will grow. So there's a
beautiful.
lot. I feel there's a lot to this universe. There's a lot of wealth. There's a lot of everything. Just open your heart.
Beautiful. I think it's just the limiting beliefs that hold us back from the amazing things that life has to offer us. Once we overcome those limiting belief, world is a playground, and there's just no limits to what we can achieve. Thank you so much,
Absolutely.
Yogesh, for
Absolutely.
the interview.
Each one of you can do it. Many times people say, "Oh, Yogesh, you are famous. You have so many contacts. You are whatever." I said, "No, but it's nothing special. Anybody can do it.
Do that.
Don't don't look at me of today. Look
Yeah.
at me of
When you were
20 years ago.
16.
Yeah, look at that guy. Don't look at me today. Look at that guy,
Yeah.
because anybody can do it. So I don't come from a rich family. I don't have special contacts. I don't have anything. But if you work every day and time passes, suddenly 5 years, 10 years of your life have gone, and you look back, you're like, wow, okay, did I really do this? It's
Yeah.
automatic. When you do good, every day you plant a seed, you water
Yeah.
the plants. After 10 years, you have a beautiful garden of
Yeah.
mangoes, of apples.
Yeah.
So that is the process of life. If you look at nature, you can learn. And I
Beautiful.
don't believe we do anything. I believe in a higher force. I believe there is a higher force that does it through us. That is my belief. Different people call that different force. Somebody might call it Krishna, somebody might call it Jesus, somebody might call it Allah, somebody might call it Guru Nanak, Somebody might call it Moses. Somebody might call it whatever name you want to. Somebody might call it. I believe there is a higher force,
Yeah. True,
and
true.
that higher force is amazing.
That's,
And it is the same force in everybody.
yeah.
It is spiritual, and I feel it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And whether you believe it or not, there is a higher force, according to me.
That is so true. That is so true. And we just have to tap into that higher force to unleash our true potential. It was amazing interviewing you, knowing so many
Thank
amazing
you.
ideas.
Thank you.
And I look forward to meet you again somewhere, when I also make it really, really big and we share the stage together, like we're sharing the Zoom
You will,
screen.
you will. With God's grace, you will. Best of luck. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for this conversation.
It was my pleasure having you. Thank you so much for,
Thank you.
giving me this time and opportunity to
Thank
interview
you
you.
for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.